Let these guys tell you what they would do for a waffle hot dog. The Two Hawaii Dads Podcast.
It is the Two Hawaii Dads Podcast. What's going on? It's Jason.
Justin, for another week of fun. Everybody, how are you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling. How are you feeling?
I feel fresh. It's a new week, and we got a great guest lined up. Very excited.
I'm really stoked that you were able to lock this guy down. Hanson Nguyen from Hawaii Events Unlimited is joining us this week on the podcast. For those of you who don't know Hanson and you don't know Hawaii Events Unlimited, you are in for a treat because we're going to learn about one of Hawaii's, if not Oahu's, if not Hawaii's biggest event companies going on right now, and he used to be a local party promoter.
I know he still is, and then he's got a new venture that I hope that he's going to talk to us about.
He does.
I
hope he will as well. But when you say he still is a party promoter, what are you talking about? What parties are you going to?
I've been
going to my house parties with my family. Where have you been going to? Because I want to know where that party is. Zoom
party, man. You got to get with the times, right? You should know that with all your fans. And shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. And if you are following us at the Two Hawaii Dads podcast page on Instagram and Facebook, our virtual graphics department, headed up by you, are doing a great job.
By who?
A lot of you. You are our graphics department.
Is that who does that?
That is the fine print when you signed up, and other duties.
We have so many departments at this show, but
it's like the state of Hawaii.
It's just you and me doing all these things. So shout out.
Come on, you were in radio. It's theater of the mind. You gotta make like we have a whole horde of people.
Right, totally. Shout out to all the different departments working on the show because you guys are doing a fantastic job and making us people look like we're just fantastic. So thank you to the little people and all
everybody behind the scenes.
And everybody behind the scenes. Two Hawaii Dads Podcast. You can find us online though, twohawaiidads.com, and you want to go to the website because you also want to check out the details we have on the current giveaway. We're doing that COVID.
You said details, right?
Details. We got more details on that COVID-19 stimulus. You got the
details.
Actual details. The
details garage. From Detail Garage. Look at that. How's that segue? Right over here. This is the Trio sanitizer pack. Shouts out to Brother Kikes and the crew out there. Detail Garage, Pro City. We are giving this away. I got to take you to the mic. We are giving this away. All you got to do is drop the info.
If you're watching the video right now, the actual bottles that you will win, Justin has them in his hands.
Yeah, so we got all this. We got the antiseptic gel, we got the hand sanitizer alcohol spray, and we got the antibacterial hand soap. These are for your hands, not for your car. This is for your hands.
No sampling before you get it open, right?
No, look, see, it has the plastic on top, so this is still intact. And we want them to win it.
I know you got extra saran wrap at the house, bro. You just hey, better. You just don't make sure it's not half empty by the time it gets to the.
Why is this bottle open and only get half inside? It's like water.
It's still wrapped. It's still wrapped.
So go to twohawaiidads.com and enter your email, right? What else they got to do?
And don't forget too that you can still rate, review, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. We are very thankful to Anchor for providing us with this opportunity to get online, and you can go to Anchor and actually sign up to support the show. Anchor.fm/2highdads, and you can find out more details about that. But Apple, Spotify, all the popular options for podcasts, you can still find us there.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And then if you're on the Apple Pod, just drop a 5-star and leave a review. We
need all the help we can get. And
that is a true story.
Hawaii continues to need all the help we can get. I think as of last week, when we're recording the show, there were 3 new cases of COVID-19 after a few days of nothing. And it seems like we're flattening the curve. What do you think?
I think so. I mean, like everybody gets all hard when we go a couple of days with 0, and then we get 3 all of a sudden. So I'm like, what? Where are these guys coming from?
Oh, my thing is, what are people going to do?
Are they on Waimea Bay?
What are they going to do when they come back from Waimea with all the military folks drinking illegal alcohol and leaving pallets on the sand? But
Oh, bro, that's for another show. That's for another show.
we can talk about that as well in a little bit. My question, though, is what happens when it spikes again? What happens when the summer gets going and people say, oh, the sun kills COVID-19, and then all of a sudden the tourists bring more of it to the islands?
Yes, and of course. Waikiki is going to be a ghost town again. I'm calling it right now. If it does, we're going to be back at square one again. We're going to be 14-day quarantine. We can't move, everybody.
Do you think we're going to get back to that point where they shut it down and you got to stay home?
Oh, yes, I totally, because Hawaii's going to panic. Hawaii's going to panic out when they start getting high.
IRA right now is calling it. There will be another lockdown on
that is
Oahu.
A hard yes. You know, my hard yes is going to make its appearance back on the show.
This is never going to happen.
No, this is going to be the new hard yes. That means it's going to happen. People, especially when all of these nonsense parties are going to be happening at the beach and at a point.
What are your sons going to do when they're stuck with you for another 2 months?
Brah. That is something that me and the other halves are trying to figure out who's going to watch the kids now, because there's completely no school. There's going to be usually we could bank on summer school to at least take them away for half of the day. Now there's going to be full day. And
how's this? There's summer school options out there where they'll take your money, but they're going to make your kids stay home, and then you got to get them in front of a computer so they can do virtual distance learning and pay for it.
Yeah, nope. That's a no. I would save my money and just like Kaylee said, teach them some outside.
Go rake the yard, boy. Go rake the yard.
Teach them outside the box stuff. It's like, so we're going to probably talk about it in a little bit as well. The salons are going to open. My other half works at a salon.
Oh, let's get into that right now. Like,
okay,
are you ready? Take off your hat. Take off your hat. I think is for everybody that's watching the video. Well, you already doing the home haircut. I refuse to take off my hat because I have not gone that route, and I can't wait to be where we are right now, because by the time this podcast is out there and you are listening to this, my hair will not look like how it does right now.
Oh, so you're telling me that you already put in your appointment reservation at the nearest salon or haircutting place? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I have not. But how
are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? Because
by the time it will get done one way or another. Or I got my beard trimmer in the bathroom here at home, and it's going to get cut this weekend. By the time mark my word, by the time this podcast airs, I will have cut my hair.
Because I'm thinking, if you were to try to go out to a barber shop or a salon, that ticket's going to be hard to get. That's like trying to stand in line for food distribution at the stadium.
2 words for you.
Go.
And you know this as a supporter of the show. Salon 9681.
Oh, you're gonna pull the connection. You are one Akamai guy.
I know somebody who knows somebody who knows.
Of course. Okay, what about our listeners and our viewers who don't have that kind of hookup?
No, honestly,
go.
No, if it doesn't work out for me, honestly, you know what the other hookup is using my 2 Hawaii Dads phone case. I'm going to use my phone and I'm going to go to Supercuts.
You're gonna call in your reservation.
You can use an app, and I think Fantastic Sam's is shout out to all the brands, but the major chains, if you're willing to support the chain, they have the app. They have the ability for you to make an appointment, and for me because part of the rule with the salons is there's no waiting room. You can't just go and sit.
No lobby.
You've got to show up when it's time for your process, for your appointment. You show up, you sit down, and you get what you need to get done, and you leave. You can't sit around and hang out. So,
wow.
But for me, it's like you're sitting there, what are you going to do, wait in line? No, I'm not. I'm going to put a thing in the app on Supercuts, and hopefully there'll be an opening, and you would think there might be, but I'm going to try. At one Supercut somewhere on this island, I will get my haircut, period.
Because I'm thinking, my other half works at a salon. She was there like a salon. You're more worried. You're more into the.
Did she do? Did she do your hair?
I do my own hair. Well, the part that I got some bites in the
I
back
was
where I
gonna
can't
say,
reach.
because now I'm not gonna feel bad about ragging you because I'm not ragging your other half. I'm just ragging you.
No, it's me buzzing. It's me buzzing in the shower, and then I go, babe.
Fix it.
And she comes in. She. And can you catch all the parts in the back where I missed? It is like a huge, huge mouse. Yeah, like a fat mouse hanging out in the back. No, but she's like, so the salon, and it's a lot of customer interaction. It's the hairdresser talking with the customer and whatnot. Do you think how this whole thing is going to be? They're going to be churning and burning, be like, okay, thank you, Jason, thank you so much. This is Ed Route.
No,
you don't think so?
Because it depends. I think the people who are going to be affected by that aspect of it are the ones that don't have regular customers. So the Supercuts, the Fantastic Sam's, the places where you just walk in. But
right.
At the same time, those chains have the best technology. So like I just said, I don't know anybody at Supercuts, but it's the only way I know to get my hair cut. So I'm going to go and use it. You know what I mean? So I don't think they got anything to be worried about. The people you're talking about have relationships with their customers. They've been cutting people's hair for years. Those people, and I would even hazard a guess, before this is over, before the restrictions were loosened, they were still getting their hair cut by their hairstylists.
On the low.
Exactly. It's all about relationships. Are you sick? I'm not sick. You're not sick? Let's put a mask on and get it done.
Right. Buddy buds. We're buddy buds.
Yeah. And the thing is, for Michelle and the gang at Salon 96816, and so many other salons like that, where the hairstylist has a following, has a relationship, has been cutting people's hair for years, I think you're just going to reach out and say, you know what? I'm not sick. As long as you're not sick and you're wearing a mask, let's get it on. Let's go.
Yeah, because the word about the salons and hair cutting places, the word was getting out last week. So they were probably on the phone from right when it dropped.
Absolutely. Hey. And I wouldn't be surprised. And this is the thing is, I was talking to a number of people that I know who are in that industry. People were cutting hair.
They were.
Period. People were cutting hair. So it's just, are you willing to wash your hands, put on a mask, and run with it?
Oh, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, just think about it. All of these new all the hoops they got to jump through now, like masks and extra gloves and who knows what else kinds of stuff that they got to do.
And my thing is, Justin, is some of these industries, especially the hairstylists and some of these other places where you're
nails,
human bodies, there's already sanitary things worked into the business plan. You know what I mean? Like, they're already supposed to be clean. They're already supposed to be taking care of this stuff. And to me, some of these businesses, if they were doing what they're supposed to be doing already, you don't got to worry.
They shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, you don't got to worry about COVID because they're being clean to begin with.
It's true. That's true. So,
isn't this just kind of raising all boats where everybody's got to get to that level where now, yes, you can't be that way about it. You can't cut corners. You have to be clean. Is that a bad thing?
Do you think there's going to be a lot of Karens out there ratting people out? Be like, hey, wait a minute. These guys ain't following the rules. I have a feeling that the Karen business is going to take off too.
I think that will happen only if we continue to see spikes, if there's ups and downs. If we continue to flatten the curve, smash the curve, obliterate the curve, and we know that the only people bringing it in are going to be tourists, then no, I don't think there's going to be Karens. The only Karens are going to be ratting out the Holly people that come and do stupid things. You know what I mean? It's only if there's the up and downs. Like if we're trying to get rid of it and then there's a spike. Yeah, because you're going to have people that want this to go away. They're going to be like, well, I'm going to rat everybody out to make sure this goes away. Don't you want it to go away?
Oh, totally. I'm so over this place, bro. I'm so over this year. Just 2020 is the worst. Worst. We need to do.
I mean, it's to the point where you can go to the park and there's a circle on the ground and it's like you're assigned to that space. You want to come outside? Brah. Go to that space.
And you're talking about the article that we saw about a park in Brooklyn, New York, where they literally drew on-deck circles, literally around the park, and you were assigned.
And I don't disagree with it. I'm not hating on it because if you know anything about the COVID-19 situation in New York City, it's nothing to joke about. I have friends.
I'm surprised even 6 feet. That should be a little bit more than 6 feet.
I have friends that were stuck at home affected by it, like got sick. Like I know people in New York that got sick from this. And yes, you can make all the jokes. You can make all the jokes you want. Everybody gets healthy. Everybody, yes, you're right. But I have somebody who's younger than the two of us, and they spent 2 weeks just trying to make sure that they stayed alive. You know what I mean? Like I have friends that were a year younger than me in high school on the West Coast who were on ventilators for weeks.
Yeesh.
So this is real. Like people are saying, "Oh, it doesn't affect anybody." It affects people. When you say it's only 1%, well, that 1%
That's a lot.
is still a human being. It's still a person. It's somebody that you may know. And it
Do you
matters.
think they would even attempt to implement this locally?
No, because I think
Nobody's gonna listen.
Yeah, I think nobody's going to listen. I think just the mentality here, I think people are going to cooperate. I think nobody's going to listen, but I also think people are going to cooperate for the most part. Like we don't got to get to that point where you need to have the police cracking down, because for the most part, there's not too many idiots out here. There's a few. I've seen them. But for the most part, I've seen that most people out here are still trying to do the right thing.
I'm just worried about who's gonna draw these circles, because if it's the city and county guys, I don't know. I've seen some striping of the roads.
Says the state worker. What? Because what? You need state workers to draw circles.
No, I'm just thinking the circles are not going to be circles. They're going to be like oblong ovals because they cannot stay straight.
What happens if you let the state boys do it? Then what? Then what?
I'm not. I'm
just going to take 5 times longer to get the circle out there, right?
Well, you gotta have someone you need like 3 guys. One guy to hold the cutout of the circle, and they're gonna have the guy with the chalk. I'm just worried. Are there gonna be circles out there? Are they gonna be trapezoids? You know, these city and county workers aren't the best. Just saying. Let's just say I'm not gonna be reserving my circle at Kapiolani Park anytime soon. That's for sure.
The thing is now at least you can get out there, and they're loosening it up enough where pretty soon, if not already, by the time this podcast comes out, you should be able to go to your friend's house as long as there's less than 10 people there and go kick it.
Yeah, and what else is opening up? Zoos and water. Well, I don't know about the water park.
Water parks, gun ranges.
Oh, perfect. Yes, let's go fire off some clips.
Yes, let's go pop off that. Let's go work it out. I told my wife that, and she was like, "Yeah, you want to go shoot some guns with me?" I was like, "No, I don't."
I'll stay in the car, honey. You go let off some steam. But I mean, June. So by the time this comes out, June 1st, we're gonna brand new month, and then restaurants are gonna be opening up at the end of the week.
But bars, for whatever reason, are still not there. Do you agree with that?
I say no. I'd say
that's a big fat effing no. Like no. How does a restaurant get to open and a bar doesn't?
That's what I'm thinking. The way I see it is that give the customer the choice if they want to enter said bar, said restaurant. Don't just close it. You know what I mean? Because like we know we have enough friends inside the industry where, I mean, this is starting to be silly town by now already when it comes to this kind of stuff.
They had a rally on Friday over at the Capitol where the Bar Owners Association was getting people together because they're trying to say, like, if the restaurants are being allowed to open, the bar's got to be allowed to open as well. And I can't help but agree, because whether you're eating or drinking, you can practice social distancing.
Yep. It's going to be an interesting dynamic, though. But again, they will be open. The option is there for you to walk through those doors. And it'd be good to see your friends again.
What do you think of the rules that they're trying to push, where like all the employees need to be wearing a mask or should be gloved? Do you think that stuff is important or necessary?
I do think it's important for them to have the mask. And I think if the owner of the establishment doesn't enforce it, I think word's going to get out. But you know what I mean? Like, hey, such and such is, they're not even.
As a customer, wouldn't you walk in, see that they're not being clean?
Then that's a U-turn. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, you guys open? Oh, okay, cool, thanks. And then I'll split. I mean, like if we know it's our friends, that's like how we were talking about the salons. If we have a relationship already, okay. But if it's like I'm just coming in to grab a burger and the whole boy behind the counter has no mask on, I'm like, Thanks, but no thanks.
And that's what I'm saying. Like for your neighborhood L&L, for the plate lunch joint that you may not necessarily go to all the time, for the places that you are out of your normal network. If you walk into one of those places, if I walk into one of those places and I don't feel comfortable, I'm not going to spend my money. It's like how we talked a few weeks ago too about like even just, and it was not as serious, but is it easy to spend my money? Can I make an order? Can I walk in? Like if there's any barriers to this in any way, shape, or form, and I feel uncomfortable,
I'm out.
Why would you even bother to waste any time there?
That is true, but that's a good point. That's good. We're gonna see. We'll see how it is, and we'll see who floats and who sinks. I guess that's like the terrible way to put it, but
absolutely.
We'll see.
And
see how that goes.
It's a business thing. Like everybody's out there trying to make money, and people are trying to make money any way, shape, or form. Like I'm not gonna hate on that at all. I'm baking cookies in my kitchen because
I'm selling masks.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's got their hustle, and that side hustle is so important. But there's people out there that are like making waves, and it's creating these whole new industries that I don't think they were thinking about. Like Ben and Jerry's, they go out there and they're like, yeah, we're going to capitalize on this COVID-19 thing. And we're going to partner with, was it Nike that they partnered with?
Nike.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're going to put out this shoe. And I think you know a little bit more about this story. What is it about that shoe that made it so special?
I'm not too familiar with it, but it caused a stir. And there was the supply and demand.
They did it, right? And they pulled it.
Yeah.
You can't get the shoe.
I do believe so.
But now everybody on secondary is like, hey, I'm going to spend crazy money for this stupid shoe.
Oh, I mean, we both know how that secondary. We look at us. We love hats. And that secondary market for the hats is fucking crazy.
Yep.
Are you a sneaker guy? Are you a sneaker head?
If I had more money to spend, I would maybe, but I don't.
No, at any time. At any time. Growing up,
I didn't have the money to spend on shoes. I had my 2 pairs of shoes. I had my 3 pairs of shoes. Like for me, the fitteds were more important than the shoes because I could rock the shoes with different things, but I needed different fitted. So if I had money to spend, I'd spend it on hats before I spend it on shoes.
That's interesting. And it's the people that, I mean, have that extra income for, I mean, who knows, the stimulus check just got in. Those are the guys that are supplying this crazy need. And then I know they were talking about during the Michael Jordan documentary about his shoes. Do you know anything about that story? I heard
that a pair of his shoes went up for auction and made a crazy amount of money. I don't know how much it was, but like because of the awareness that was going up and how popular that was during the quarantine situation, it just helped sell shoes. So I mean, it's hard to get excited about helping somebody else make some money. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, exactly. Especially when it's Ben and Jerry's where they make freaking oodles of money. You know what I mean? I don't even like Ben and Jerry's. I'll pass that. I'll stick to my Medical local.
No, you know who I like? I like Hanson Nguyen, and we're going to talk to him in just a little bit here on the Two Hawaii Dads podcast. We're going to take a short break, and then we're ready to go to talk story with Hanson. Yeah. So stick around for that. That pretty face right there is Justin.
Jason right on the other side of the mic. Two Hawaii Dads right here.
We'll be right back.